Khan, a Shalom. Hey, first of all, you give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakwakadash, Yahweh, the word only calls God, Yahweh Shah, who the word only calls Jesus. Want to give a double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, who wants to admit his truth. Want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, who teach the truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, when the video's edifying, only I can get something from this video. I'm going to get a couple precepts here in Sirach 13. I'm going to bounce back from G&T and a KJV. G&T is good, don't get me wrong, but it's only good for certain things. You shouldn't be... KJV is always the base. You know what I'm saying? That's always, you know what I'm saying? And really, my opinion and my advice, and, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's mandatory, or I'm not saying it's a thing that you have to do or nothing like that. No, this is just not what I'm saying. It's just my advice and my opinion, or my suggestion is that you don't, being new in the faith, I would strictly stay KJV, because you'll be confused if you're not rooted in the faith. You know what I'm saying? You'll be confused when it comes to certain different precepts and certain different scriptures and chapters, because, you know what I mean, things have been like kind of finagled through these translations. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that King James, really 1611 King James, which doesn't even have J's in it. You know what I'm saying? That's really the what you want to stick to, you know, or if not that, just the KJV. A is the Apocrypha. So when you download on Play Store or the App Store, download the KJV A. You know what I'm saying? Or you can download the Apocrypha separate, but I suggest you download the KJV A because it comes with the Apocrypha. But stay in there. Stay in the KJV for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I bounced back. I've been in the faith. You know, I'm not new anymore. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still young. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not new, and but I still got a lot of growing to do too. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, I'm able to go into a different translation and identify what's what and what's not. You know what I'm saying? When you know, your first year into the truth, you might be able to do it, you might not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I just give my suggestion. But yeah, I'm reading from Sirach 13. And I'll just go down again. Sirach and Proverbs are two building books. You know what I'm saying? These are books that I suggest bros get into, especially being newer in the faith. It's meant to tell you how to move, okay? It displays wisdom, okay? This is Sirach 13:3. I get in the GNT. It says, if a rich person wrongs someone, he can afford to add insult to injury. But if a poor person is wronged, he is forced to apologize for himself. And you see that in the world today. You know what I'm saying? A rich man could be wrong, and get mercy after mercy after mercy. People pat the rich man on the back. People feel like the rich man could do no wrong. You know what I mean? But a poor man, he could be poor, but he could have knowledge, he could have this, he could have that. You know, if he ain't got no money, you know what I'm saying? People look at him, they don't look at him for his intelligence, they look at him for what he got. And that shows you the mind frame of America, really. Really of the world, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? That shows you the mind frame, man. It's like it. 1 second. It says, but, you know, don't look at if a man got possessions or not. Look at what, you know, the wisdom of a man. There's a lot of rich motherfuckers that don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker could be rich off of a hand down from his family or her family or whatever. So don't look, you know, some of the richest motherfuckers be some of the dumbest motherfuckers. Some of the richest motherfuckers be some of the most unethical, unprofessional, immature, weird people known to man. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So they're not to be, you know, we live in a day and age where people worship court jesters, man. You know what I'm saying? And a court jester right now was like a high paying job. You know what I'm saying? If you can entertain the crowd and you can do it well, you're going to get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who really have an impact, you know what I'm saying, whether it's in war, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, certain different things, They don't get paid like NBA or NFL or rappers or movie stars. None of that shit. They don't get paid like them. You know what I'm saying? So, but that tells you what America. America loves entertainment. America is a place where it's like folly is at an all-time high. Folly is set in great dignity, just like the scriptures say. Okay, it says this is 4. A rich person will use you as long as he can profit from it. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. Let's go to the KJV and read that. It says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. Yeah, man. I had a job a couple of years ago where I was around people who made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you how these people act, you know what I'm saying? When they need you, boy, you can't get them to stop calling. You know what I'm saying? You can't get them to, you know what I'm saying? Because it be for their profit. You know what I'm saying? But if he can't use you or she can't use you, kick you to the motherfucking curb. That's how I go. You know what I'm saying? So what? I tell you, there's no true care. Nobody gives a fuck about, your well-being for real. You know what I'm saying? Even if a motherfucker help you out every now and again, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. Don't get me wrong, but, people truly don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? People truly don't care, And sometimes you even got to watch people that do help you, if they don't have, if they don't benefit from it, sometimes you got people like that. You got people who will only help you if they benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to watch for that too. There's no mercy, but that's bread from the leaders. Esau is greedy. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker come, to the vineyard and take the grapes, take the grapes, the vines, the roots, the dirt, the land, and then rent it to you and make profit off that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Will this motherfucker leave anything? No, he won't. And that's just the vibration that the world is under. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like a woman. This woman want to sleep with this dude, that dude, this dude, that dude, this dude, that dude, this dude, that dude. And then she'll find every excuse to justify it. That's why, when you really view it, you be like, damn, these bitches ain't shit. People ain't shit. Nobody, because having a virtue, which is value, you know what I'm saying, is not looked at as value today. It's not looked at like that. You know what I'm saying, man? It's all about how much, wickedness you could do. It's all about how much, evil you could display. It's like the more evil and more wicked you is, the more you get blessed almost by the world, man. Okay? But it's coming to a time where righteousness is going to be pinnacle. It's coming to a time where righteousness is going to be, the chief stone. Okay? In the world. People going to be in their right mind. Our Jake going to be in his right mind. Like, man, what the fuck? Why, what? They're going to realize why adultery is not okay. They're going to realize why being covetous is not okay. They're going to realize why being a thief is not okay. They're going to realize why looking down upon your neighbor or your brother is not okay. They're going to realize why certain things that is upheld and held high regard in this day and age and in this world, they're going to see why it's not okay. Okay? Because that goes to show you gross darkness to people. People are not in their right mind. Because for you to sit here and think that being a thief is cool, for you to sit here and think that committing adultery is cool on both sides, whether it's a woman sleeping with a man, you know what I'm saying? And she got a man, or a man sleeping with, a woman, and this woman is married. This woman got a man, and marriage is it's not a ring on the finger. It's the nigga she with, her so-called boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And they use that as an excuse too. Oh, I'm not married. You know what I'm saying? It's just my boyfriend. Ain't no such thing as a fucking boyfriend. If you went in there and open your legs to this man, you're married. Period. Here it is. These bitches put more value on a ring than their own body. Which goes to show you that they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of these women ain't shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got some, don't get me wrong, you got some cool ones out there you can work with, you know what I'm saying? But some of these women ain't shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And even the ones that you can work with, bro, it's like, you still got it. It's still a flaw there. You know what I'm saying? There's still certain things that you be like, damn, like for real, like, you know, real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's just the world we live in because again, evil is pushed, you know, as the thing to do, and it's in it really shouldn't be. This is Sirach 13 and 5. It says, "He will live with you as long as you have anything, and will gladly drain you dry. If he needs you, he will trick you with his smiles and cheerful, kindly words." And that's how I go. Nigga, trick you with his smiles, trick you with his words, you know, get close to you, act like he your friend or she your friend or this and that. Kind of like what a harlot does. You know what I'm saying? When she wants money from you. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Do you need anything?" He will ask. He will feed you until you are embarrassed. He will feed you until you are embarrassed. Finally, when he has drained you 2 or 3 times over, he will laugh at you. If you see him later, he will pretend he doesn't know you and will pass you by. Boy, I know a nigga like this to the T. You know what I'm saying? You know, people, because that's why scripture said, "What for the love of money is the root of all evil." People have given themselves over to it, their mind to it, to where like that's their God. And a person that think that money is their God, that nigga kill his mama for money. You know what I'm saying? He'll put his baby on the line for money. He'll put his children on the line for money. He'll put his wife on the line for money. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't got no morals and principles. He'll do some homosexual activity for money. You know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't got no self-respect, no morals, no virtue, no nothing. Because that's not what's in right now. That's not what's cool. That's not what, you know, they don't understand the value of righteousness. They don't understand the value of having wisdom. You know what I'm saying? They think being wicked is value. That shit ain't value, man. Being a Mo isn't value. You don't get nothing but death from that. You know what I'm saying? You niggas, man, I'm telling you. You niggas bugged out, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it says, "Be careful not to be misled. You can be enjoying yourself and suddenly find yourself humiliated. If you are invited to the home of someone influential, be reserved in your behavior." So it's telling you, be reserved in your behavior. Let's go read it in, "If thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, in so much the more he will invite thee." So this is giving you, like, this is what they call game in the world. You know what I'm saying? Hey, play the, you know, even in a book, 48 Laws of Power, they say what? Never outshine the master. You know what I'm saying? Never outshine the master. All right, 10 is, which, you know, that book has a lot of trickery in it too. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I can't agree with is, hey, don't outshine the master, man. Don't try to seek permanence, man. Okay? 10, it says, "Press thou not upon him, lest thou be put back. Stand not far off, lest thou be forgotten." So have a balance with it, man. Okay, let's see what it say in GNT. "If you push yourself on him, he will put you in your place. On the other hand, if you keep your distance from him, he will forget about you. Don't pretend to be his equal or trust everything he says. In spite of all of his long and polite conversation, he is testing you." See what it said in 11. "Affect not to be made equal unto him, and talk and believe not as many words, for with much communication he will tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets." Smiling upon thee, yeah, will get out thy secrets. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's giving you, hey, man, watch motherfuckers like that. Really, you could apply this to everybody, for real. You know what I'm saying? You could apply this to women. You could apply this to family. You could apply this to, you know what I mean, to so-called friends or people that's around. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. It's a book of jewels, man. 12. It says, "If a person does not keep confidences, he is cruel." Let me see his secret. Yeah. But cruelly he will lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee hurt, and to put thee in prison. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awaken thy sleep. Love the Lord all thy life, and call upon him for thy salvation. Hey, the Lord chooses uh, who he blesses. The Lord chooses who has power. The Lord chooses who's successful. The Lord directs the steps of a man. You know what I'm saying? But some of these niggas get success in money and things that they think that they've worked at so hard, when really the Lord, you know, directs the steps of men, and they get it, and their whole mind frame changes. Like a chemical is released off in their brain to where it's like, oh, and they forget the time when they didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Because they let the time where they haven't, you know what I'm saying, overthrow their mind. You know what I mean? That's what scripture say, man. In prosperity, let's grab that and not end it. Prosperity. Think. Let me see. Time of. It's an apocrypha as well. Slack it, brothers. Let me prosperity. Damn, prosperity and virtue. Give from man. 12. Prosperity. Share from calendar spoken. Prosperity out parables. Companion rejoices the prosperity of a friend. Man, there is knowledge. I can't find it, man. But it says in a day of prosperity, think of prosperity, affliction. Let me see. Damn, that's not it, but it goes like that. At brothers find it, you can put it in the comment section, but basically it says, like, you know, think of when you in prosperity, if I'm not mistaken to say this, since it's like if I'm wrong, but in prosperity, think of basically when you affliction, you know what I'm saying, or times where you didn't have, you didn't have certain things or money or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I can't find it, you know what I'm saying, for time purposes. You know, so I don't want to drag the video on too long, but, you know, bros finally put it in the chat. But yeah, one thing I wanted to say too before I close the video out, bros got to remember, you know, scripture say when your ways please the Lord, he make even your enemies, Proverbs 16:7, it says, when a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh, he make it even his enemies to be at peace with them. Okay, so always keep that in mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Your woman could be an enemy. People at your job, people in the world, people, your family, you know what I'm saying? Your brothers, blood, you know what I'm saying? Your cousins, gym, people in the gym, people you come across, you know what I'm saying? They all enemies, man, for real. They ain't worshiping Yahweh Shai. I mean, they're enemy. They're basically treat them like, you know what I'm saying? Don't treat them like your enemy, but you basically can see them as that, like, you know, I mean, because if you ain't worshiping the Most High, then it's like, come on, man. Like, that not necessarily, you know, it definitely is an enemy, don't get me wrong, but you ain't got to treat him as such. You should still treat him with wisdom. But scriptures say, like, you know, that's why scriptures say what? Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You know what I'm saying? You know, but treat everybody outstandingly, man. Treat everybody with have character. This is one thing the truth taught me is, like, when I first came in, it was like, you know, banging on people, basically. Not banging on people, but like, just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the devils and y'all heathens and this and that. Ooh.